hand delivered me to task me with. My last awakening was pretty intense. I was yanked through the realms, and God brought me up into the fold, right next to him at his right hand. And there was galaxies everywhere, and we were just sitting above the stars, and there was no sound. It was like a vacuum. And I don't know if it was seconds or eternity, but we sat and had a telepathic conversation. And he reached in, he smiled, he grabbed some stars, and he handed me a handful of galaxies. Just a whole handful, smiled, and I put them in my pocket, and that was my vision, right? My last mega vision that wasn't a dream form. It was a forced reawakening, and it was pretty intense, and I'm still trying to digest it. That happened last year, in like April, May, early May. So it hasn't even been a year yet, and I plan to write about that. But I've also been dealing with fighting against human traffic and exposing the dark and the evil that for so many years has been a part of society. And if we want to innovate and build something new, we can't turn a blind eye to these things. And so, in between downloads and dreams and calling people out that need a call out, I've been working on processing all the things that have happened to me just in the last even year has just been immense. So I'm going to just reiterate the importance of journals, the importance of documenting, the importance of art and music, because art and music is also a way of writing history down, right? And so, like, when I say be an artist, we're all artists and we're all co-creators. I'm inviting you to use your talents and your skills, not to get famous, not to get rich, but to basically write history out. And if you look back at music in any time period of music, the music tells a lot about the time frame. And journals are one way, and that's an easy way. And you don't have to be a doctor and have a degree to write a journal. But I know how helpful they are and how much they will contribute to the things we want to see in our new world. We're all artists. We're all creators. We are all fingers of the Most High God. We were created in God's image. I don't know what you believe in. I'm not trying to get religious or political, but I mean, ironically, separating church and state, I had to go to both places and preach the same message. The irony is so thick, I could cut it with a knife. But self-expression, auto-expression, is the way to preserve history. If you're feeling like a crazy energy, put it on paper or put it in a song, put it in a poem, make a diorama. These things are period pieces of our history, and it never was about money. It was never, for me, it was never about fame or money. It was about being authentically me, because living in the present, we're also documenting, if we're doing these things, we're documenting the period and time of the era where 20, 30, 40 years from now, people can look back and see our works, and they can interpret them as the different time eras unfold. Besides those things, I spend the rest of my time, when I'm not making money for my bills, I'm spending the rest of my time serving people who are less fortunate, or people who could use someone who is able-bodied and willing. And that's really all it takes, is just shifting your mindset from climbing to the top of the pyramid that you'll never get to the top of, because it's a rigged game. If you get too far too fast, even in the digital world, the algorithms knock you to the bottom, and I'm living proof of that. I know that I don't get 0 views on all of my videos. I know that. I know that that's being manipulated, but I also know people are almost responding in real time to my posts. So I know that they're reaching. It's just I have to remember that the numbers don't mean anything. So please don't let the numbers on your videos and your work discourage you, because obviously the elites, they control the algorithms, they control the writing of history, but we have this opportunity now that the gates of hell are busted wide open. We can send the demons back there, uh, metaphorically, but and realistically. Like, now that everything about the extortion and blackmail and human traffic and all these things is coming to light, you're going to land on one or the other side of the fence. And really, um, it's up to you. It's up to you if you want to be on the winning side of history, the truth, or if you want to be on the losing side of history, where everything falls and crumbles. And if you really, really, really believe that that's the way to be, so be it. Your time is coming. And that's from God, not me. I'm just the messenger. And I implore upon anybody able bodied and willing to go the extra mile tomorrow and do a little extra for somebody who might need the help. On top of that, keeping a documentation of what's happening in your life is going to contribute to the bricks of the castle of the new future. Thank you so much for sticking around for these videos. I love you and I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week.